Hello everyone and welcome back for the final installment of my full body workout preparation for the Mr. Golden Hair competition. So this time I began with some elevated handstand push-up, 10 sets, 4 to 6 reps with only body weight. It is already hard enough like this. And I use steps to elevate my hands, so this way I can go really deep in the motion and really work deep the pressing muscle. So again, shoulder, upper chest, triceps, and there is also a lot of core work since it is a closed chain exercise. After this, in superset, I was doing fat grip, neutral grip chin up, so weighted. I had 30 kilo, and I was doing it for volume. So the goal was a 10 by 10 with full range of motion also. As you can see, I'm going up at around the forehead to nose level, which is more than enough for me for lats, upper back, and biceps. And at the end of each superset, I was doing a set of band pull apart for real delt, the traps, the rhomboid, and the external rotators. This way, it is already a pretty good upper body workout done, and you're already pretty much working everything. But I am still going to stay here. So after this, a little checkup for the arm. As you can see, the forearm are pumped. They are close to 15 inches or 38 centimeter cold. And for the arm, they are close to 43 centimeter or 17 inches. So here you go. And I was around 81 kilo at that time. So regaining shape and muscularity. After this, I am going for some machine curls, so just to fuck around because I wanted my biceps and forearms and wrist and everything well warm up for all the thing upcoming. And I didn't really knew what to do without trashing myself or fatiguing too much myself. So I was like, hey, you know what? Let's do this machine curl. I like it pretty much, but it's used so much by other people that the pad to rest your arm is completely trashed. There is there is no cushion anymore, so it was really painful and or at least discomfortable for the wrist. So I didn't use it much more than 4 sets. And I was using fat grip to keep warming up also the tendon and ligaments, because with the fat grip you are needed to squeeze the arm much more and the hand too. So everything in the arm is squeezed, and it is much more efficient this way to work the whole arm and not just biceps or brachialis or something. And as I said, I was actually warming up and ramping up for something, and here is a something. It will be a superset between weighted dips, close grip with a fat grip. I don't know if you can see them, but I am having my hand on fat grip, which is with 90 kilo of added weight. And I will be training up this with some cheated barbell curl. So a fantastic superset for arms, for chest, for upper back, and pretty hard, but really, really effective. Dips is one of the most efficient exercise for the upper body, and if you are into weighted calisthenics, I highly recommend it. Here is the cheated curl. So as you can see, I'm curling in the squat rack, which isn't really good, but it wasn't really crowded, so I allowed myself that if you are in a crowded gym, don't do it. At each rep, I am actually using some hip motion to get the barbell up, but on the eccentric, as you can see, I am slowing it down as much as possible to really put all the brunt of the work on the biceps. This means that on the concentric, it's upper back, it's biceps, it's forearm, it's a bit of back and hips, but on the eccentric, it's only biceps, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. There is another set film of the weighted dip, so I am using a weak slingshot, a 10% slingshot to protect my shoulder tendon. It acts like a second pair of chest muscle, essentially, and it really helped me focus more on the triceps, which is what I want to work the most with this movement. If I would be doing for chest, I would be much more bent over with my legs forward, so here you go. Another set film for the cheat curl, but this time from the back, so you can see what is going on back there. So when I brace to get the barbell up, as you can see, I'm squeezing the upper back muscle. It's to pack the lat, it's to pack the shoulder socket, use the real delt, the traps, everything to stabilize everything in the upper back. And you will need a stabilized upper back to get it up. If not, you will just put everything on the anterior delt and the biceps tendon, and you don't want that, especially with heavier weight. 60 kilo isn't much, but I already did it with 80 kilo a while back, and trust me, you can feel it. So pack the upper back. Then I move up on some more arm work. So this is a dumbbell pusher curl. You won't see it on this angle, but the bench is actually near vertical. As you can see, I'm trying to align my pinky, my elbow, and my acromion joint, my AC joint if you prefer, to have the best path to build the biceps as a whole, the inner and the outer biceps, because biceps is 2 head. That's why triceps is called triceps. There is 3 head and biceps 2 head. And when I can't keep up anymore with a good form, I am actually trying to curl a bit inward to bring in a bit of brachialis into it. Something else that you need to do with this movement is to try as much as possible to keep the shoulder still and just above the biceps. This way you are in a perfect way of resistance, and there is less strain put on the bicep tendon and the wrist. Supersetting it with some dumbbell tricep extension or French press. So as you can see, several things are happening here. First thing is that I'm packing the shoulder right on the pad, and I am driving with the elbow. Okay, this is a bit of a swing motion. It isn't just up and down, up and down. It is in a arc motion. It's convergent. Then what you can also see is that I'm a bit angled. This way I'm not putting too much stress on the triceps tendon and the elbow. I'm actually putting it right into the muscle belly, which is what I want, especially for the long head of the triceps. You don't want to trash the elbow, you want to work the muscle. There is another set that I filmed thanks to a friend. So as you can see, you can see better what is happening with the shoulder. What I'm trying to do is to actually stay above the biceps with my shoulder, and when I can't keep up with this, I am trying to use just a bit of momentum to get it back. Like here, when I'm going down, as you can see, my shoulder is right above the biceps, and when I won't be able to do it anymore, I am trying to get just a bit back to finish the movement, but there is no momentum, it's all biceps. Do not add any momentum to this. You're trying to build the biceps, not become the world champion on the pressure bench curl, okay? Same here. Another video angle for this exercise that my friend who just passed in front. As you can see, my ass is forward on the bench. This way I'm at an incline, and when I'm down, the stretch is right on the triceps, like something right in the middle. And when I'm up, it isn't on the triceps tendon or the elbow bones, it's right above. So fantastic exercise for my long head over triceps. I think it is thanks to this that I have so much triceps development, apart of all things. So here you go. A little posing to show the arms. They weren't really pumped, especially after so much volume, but I just wanted to see them and how I have still some muscle connection to pose. This is how I do it. Sometimes I pose between my sets. It really improves every movement or sensation I could have. Then I move on to some shoulder. So of course I already did 10 sets of handstand push-up and some dips, which is more for the anterior delt. Everything here is more for the lateral and rear delt. So cable to have less stress on the shoulder joint and the tendons. I begin with some rear delt fly with one arm. So as you can see, I'm really trying to drive with the elbow, not with the scapula. If I drive with the scapula, I will bring too much traps and upper back into the mix, and that's not what I want to do. Then when I can't keep up anymore, I do some mix of lateral rises and rear delt. It's called Y rises, I think. So as you can see, I'm already trashed, and I will begin to cheat a bit the movement, adding some momentum, but keeping the eccentric controlled. And then I keep up with some behind the back lateral raises on the cable. So here, the fulcrum of the movement is on the shoulder. You want your arm to be as still as possible. If you flex the elbow, keep the elbow flex. If you have the arm straight, keep the arm straight. And the goal here is to rise the elbow as high as possible. So as you can see, I'm really cheating. My shoulder are really done. And when I can't keep up anymore, I keep up with some upright row on the cable. So it's really to trash everything I can in the shoulder. And I kept up with this cut. As you can see, I couldn't even push the button stop on the camera, my shoulder was really trashed. I couldn't even raise my arm. After this, I go on the lower body portion of the workout, so with some squat. My knees are feeling better, so I decided to do some full squats. So it isn't heavy by any case, it's just 110 kilo, but I did a lot of volume. I did 10 sets of 3 to 5 reps with only 45 seconds of rest. And it is as deep as I can go with a proper technique and a proper execution without any momentum or anything really going south. So here you go. After this 10 sets, I did some snatch grip high pull. So snatch grip high pull is a really fantastic exercise, especially for the upper back, but even more for the upper traps. So you're essentially yanking the barbell up, just like if you were going to do a snatch or a clean jerk in the Olympic weightlifting style, or some kind of really cheated upright row. But you are not controlling at all the descent. This way there is a lot of stretch, brutal stretch on the traps, and I changed it up with some neck work, but I didn't film it. And to finish it up, I did some classic barbell hip thrust with just 200 kilo, but I was going for volume, for quality reps. As you can see, I'm posing at every rep at the top to really squeeze out the contraction, and I'm keeping my back stable and immobile to really push everything in the hips. So that was it for this workout. Just to remind you, I am affiliation with Be a Sculpture t-shirt, so I'll have a link in the description. As always, thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye.